All right, guys, we got 28 orders going out for $741 on eBay. And then we have about 60 orders. Maybe not. Maybe it's more like 40 orders or 40 items rather going out on Whatnot for about a low of $140. There's a caveat to that, though. None of these items that were over here, when I say none, I mean for the majority of them, were not really great items. There's a little bit of Carhartt, some Levi's and stuff like that. But for the most part, it was just some low tier dollar sales for just a little light Sunday show. But look, guys, I wanted to talk about the secret to succeeding on eBay. And I'm pretty sure everyone knows by now, unless you've been hiding under a rock, that there actually is no secret to succeeding on eBay. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, guys. The point blank period thing about eBay is find good items, as many of them as you can, and put them on eBay. Loading your store up with garbage is not going to help you at all. Loading your store up with stuff that you found because it was cheap is not going to help you at all. The past few days, I've been listing items on eBay, and they've been either selling the same day or the next day within 24 hours. And this is only because the items that I'm listing are really great items. I'll show you guys some examples. There's one item that I listed, just like I told you guys in the last video. I listed that army jacket and it sold in 2 hours. I listed another item and it sold in probably about 16 hours for $105. And I will save that item to the end just to show you guys that this is possible still. You know, I jumped on Whatnot because my eBay sales had slowed down, right? But that's also because my items on eBay just sucked. I wasn't finding a lot of items at the bins. Things were just not going great over here on eBay. So I started doing Whatnot. Whatnot's still, you know, cooking, doing its thing or whatever. But the thing about Whatnot is people don't want to pay a price that is very profitable, right? For example, if I have a shirt that I know can sell for $150 or $75, it might sell for like $30 or $40. But the thing is that's going to be the rarity. The majority of the stuff that I find is going to be $25 to $30, and people just aren't willing to bid that up to a profitable price range all the time. So what ends up happening on Whatnot is I still make profit. I just don't make a lot of it. As I still learn and maneuver and do all this stuff and learn how to do Whatnot, I'm just learning that I still have to take care of myself. Yeah, I'm going to provide great items for you guys on the other side of the screen. But I still also need to make my money. So with that being said, anybody out there that is still looking to sell me inventory, I'm still down to buy the inventory. Send the inventory my way. I will buy it from you. Book a call. There's a link in the description, top link in the description, where I'm willing to buy inventory. Maybe you don't want to list on eBay. Maybe you're getting out of selling on eBay. Maybe all you want to do is be a wholesaler. I'm your guy. Hit me up. Book a call and we can talk and see how we can work with each other. But in the meantime, I got to get these Whatnot orders packed up. Today is Monday, so there's no mail going out, but I don't want to hang on to this stuff. And I just don't want to have a lot of stuff to pack up tomorrow. So these are the items I just listed yesterday. This is one of them I listed and it sold. We got some pretty decent stuff in here. Peter Millar wool sweater. That thing's fire. And a couple of other items that sold. So let me, without further ado, hop into these eBay sales and show you guys what I got going out. And then I'll give you guys a little bit more context about what's going on with eBay right now. So before we get into this, I want to give you guys a little bit of context as to what I'm talking about. So all these items that I have are not great items. They've been listed for a while. Some of them are on sale drastically. Some of them have just been reduced over time with auto posture. But I'm going to give you guys an example. I've sat on these items for really long times. And, you know, some of the stuff I'll list right now and it'll sell right away because I know better title structures, better keywords, things like that, better sizes. Sometimes that matters too. But for some reason or another, these all slip through the cracks and just have not been in demand. So the first item we got right here is a American Eagle sweater. It's a Henley neck sweater. This sold for $2 because it's on a markdown in my store for $2. That is a men's medium. This is a pair of, this is H&M women's shorts. size medium, sold for $1.80. H&M just isn't a great brand. Does that mean that everything from H&M is garbage? Not necessarily, because I have sold some on-trend items that look like kickwear pants from H&M, and they sold rather quickly. And I sold a NASA hoodie from H&M that sold quickly as well. This is a Maui and Sons shirt, sold for $9. It's a men's medium. It's just a I don't know, destination type shirt. So for $9, I sell destination stuff all the time though. Sometimes things slip through the cracks. This is a J. Crew shirt. J. Crew actually sucks. Not really a great brand, unless you get like newer tags or you get a really desirable item from them. This sold for $10.80, and that is a women's size 2. Very long listing, sat on the store for a while. This is a Doc's Ford Rum and Beer Grill. I just listed it as that shirt. I feel like if I would have called it an employee shirt, which I wasn't calling things employee shirts at this time, this would have sold a lot quicker, but this sold for $6. It's a men's medium. Then we got a Margaritaville shirt. This is a girl shirt, size large. I don't know why a young kid would wear a Margaritaville shirt, but hey, that's none of my business. But so that's an example of bad items to put on eBay. If you want slow sales, put those items on eBay. If you want slow sales, put your items on eBay with a crappy title and no great keywords. Employee shirt makes employee stuff sell immediately. Calling it a Margaritaville tee or calling it a Maui Island shirt or, Doc's shirt, nobody knows about that stuff, but the people that work there or the people that live in that town do. Now, as I move along with these sales, you guys will start to notice stuff because I'll point it out to you of what was a recent listing and what made it sell so quickly. And I'll just give you guys a little bit of context over that. So someone did ask in the last video, I pointed out this board. A lot of you guys already know what this is, but some of you guys are new. This is a foam insulation board that I got from Lowe's. If you're going to go buy the foam insulation board to make this same setup, buy the 2-inch thick. If you buy anything thinner than that, it will bend in the middle when you put jeans on it or a heavy jacket. And then I put this light right here to shine down on it, and I have this fishing line right here that hangs over the top of it. It's screwed in the back, and I just lean this up against the wall, literally. I lean it up against the wall, and I have this clamp right here to stop it from sliding forward off the table. Then I just bought a Sherpa fleece. You can buy like a throw blanket. I bought these clamps to clip it onto the board. Nothing fancy. I got some little lights to shine at it, and I just use a lot of light to make sure this light will get moved over here when I'm not using it for whatnot. This light will face that way when I'm not using it for whatnot. I just cast as much light on the items as possible, so that way I can see any flaws and stuff to be able to point it out. And it's just sitting on a table. Nothing fancy. But when it comes down to whatnot, these types of items right here don't do well on whatnot. The big yellow ones, the Sun, English Laundry, a Sherwin-Williams shirt would not do good on whatnot, but this will sell for $20 on eBay. A Casey's employee shirt won't sell on whatnot, but it'll sell for $20, $25 on eBay because people need uniforms. My mom used to work at Casey's. She gave me her work shirts when she stopped working there. I could sell those on whatnot easily. There's 2,800 Casey's stores in the United States. Somebody's bound to need an employee shirt. Levi's, 505, these don't sell good on whatnot. I can put these on eBay and sell them for $25. Mercy Hospital, sold one of these while I was streaming on whatnot last night. Nobody's going to buy that on whatnot. Mercy Hospital sweatshirt, nobody's going to buy that on whatnot. Stained diesel jeans, nobody's going to buy that on whatnot, but I could put that on eBay, put them at a price of like $25, and somebody's still going to buy them. Mercy Hospital scrubs, nobody's going to buy that on whatnot. You know what I mean? There's just things that don't go great on whatnot, like this Carhartt item right here. It has a small burn hole right there on the chest. That makes it unsellable on whatnot. There's people out there selling things on whatnot, though, that I can't sell to save my life. I just don't have the following for that. You know what I mean? Until I get bigger over there, it just won't be. So I just end up putting things that I know that will sell on whatnot for a moderate price, a good price, you know, enough to where I'm making profit at it, but it still gives people the chance to make some money. But I do put like the 501s and 511s and stuff like that. And I'm putting, you know, other brands that I know will get people to come into the show, like Ariat and stuff like that. I put that stuff on Whatnot because I know people want good items at a good price, right? But that doesn't mean I'm putting all of it on Whatnot. I am keeping some of it for myself. Certain items that I know are going to sell for like ridiculous amounts of money, I've pivoted a little bit to putting that stuff on eBay. And I'll show you guys that here in a moment, because I went to the bins not last week, but the week before, and I found some items that I knew would sell quickly. I'll go ahead and show you two of those now. I got these two sweaters in the bins at the bins. Denim is Supply by Ralph Lauren. I've tried this brand on Whatnot several times, and nobody buys it. If they do, they're only paying like $1 or $2 for it. Well, I found these two sweaters. This blue one was wool. This one was just cotton. So I listed these on the same day at the same time. And then the next day I had an offer on this one I listed it at 50. Somebody made me an offer for 35. Well, I would have sold this on Whatnot for like $2 or $3. So I took that. And then this one I sold a couple of hours later after this one. I had this one listed for 30 and someone offered, I think they might have actually paid flat out for it. So let me pull those up and show you guys the prices on those real quick. But the quickness that they sold in is the point. Okay, so the brown one sold for $25. I had it listed at 30. And then the blue one sold at $35. I had it listed at 50. And they sold to different people and they sold back to back. One right there, one right there. And so that's the difference, guys, of having good sales on Whatnot or having good sales on. So that's the difference of having good sales on eBay. When you buy things that are in demand or that you know buyers want, or you have the experience selling those items before, pick them up, put them on eBay. They've sold once, they'll sell again. Those two sold back to back. Boom. Why not keep buying that type of stuff? And then I think there might even be a pair of Denim and Supply Ralph Lauren jeans that sold here. Women's jeans. All three of these two were women's sweaters, and the jeans were women's items too that I ran on Whatnot. I ran them through Whatnot. Nobody wanted to buy them, so I put them on eBay. People be sleeping. They don't understand that some of these items will sell for okay money. And that's just the name of the game, guys. If I know that I'm giving people the chance to buy some stuff at a fair price to put on eBay and they're sleeping on it, I'm going to just keep putting it on eBay myself. Here's some examples of items that I tried to run on Whatnot that nobody ended up buying. Now, all with the exception of this Nike hoodie. This Nike hoodie does have a couple of spots on it. This was listed on eBay. I never ran it on Whatnot. But I took a best offer on that of $15 because it was stained. This right here is a Trader Joe's shirt, employee t-shirt. I find these all the time and I list them all the time and they sell pretty quickly. This sold for $14.57. I had it listed for $20 and I sent a pretty aggressive offer on it and accepted a $14.57, or they accepted my offer of $14.57. Employee stuff. Like I said, I titled it as a Trader Joe employee shirt over just a Trader Joe's shirt, and it sold. Destination stuff. This is a Oklahoma sweatshirt, sold for $20.25 on a best offer that I sent out. That was only listed for maybe a few weeks. And this right here is an LL Bean Sherpa line hoodie. Nobody bought that. I sold it for $21 on eBay. Nike SB hoodie. This has cracking on the graphic. I ran it. Nobody wanted to buy it. I wasn't even charging a lot for it. I started the bid at like $3. I sent out a very, very aggressive offer of $14 and a buyer accepted it. I figure if I'm giving items away on Whatnot, might as well just give them away on eBay for more money. Denim and Supply Ralph Lauren jeans. I tried to sell these on Whatnot, ran those multiple times. Nobody ended up buying them. I listed them and I sent out a 30% off offer and they sold at $18. Tried to sell them on Whatnot. Nobody wanted to buy them. That's fine with me. I'm not here to force people into buying things on Whatnot. What I'm here to do is supply good items on Whatnot that they do know about, and the items that they don't know about, move those over on eBay, right? So the things that people are looking for on Whatnot are like Harley tees, Lululemon, Ariat, Carhartt, not all Carhartt, and things like that. They do want camo. They just don't want all brands of camo. They want vintage camo. So things like that, I'm going to put over on Whatnot, although with the exception of some of them, because those jerseys, camouflage sweatshirts go for $50. On Whatnot, I'm only able to sell them for 15. So I'll probably start keeping stuff like that for myself and putting on eBay. There's just certain things that I'm going to start putting on eBay. It makes no sense for me to pay up on items and then to not sell them for a pretty decent price, so to speak. So like this right here, for example, Joe's jeans, those will sell on eBay. REI co-op, this will sell on eBay. I ran these items on Whatnot multiple days in a row. Nobody bought them. Margaritaville shirt, that'll sell on eBay. Military pants, those will sell on eBay for sure. True Religion shorts didn't sell on Whatnot. So this stuff will get ran through eBay. I run things a couple of times on Whatnot, and I could be patient and just keep running them until they sell. But I'd rather just know that I'm supplying the buyer on Whatnot with what they're actually wanting, instead of being patient and waiting around for the right person to come and then still only pay a few dollars for it. I could just put it on Whatnot, or I'll put it on eBay after running it through Whatnot. If it's not moving over there, it'll move on eBay. Now that there's some caveats to that, because if it ain't good on eBay, it's probably not going to be good on Whatnot either. So that's why I've been handpicking the items that I get from my sourcers to eliminate the stuff that won't sell regardless. And I think that's what all of us need to do. Whether you're buying from a sourcer, you're buying liquidation, or you're buying wholesale, try to have as much control over what inventory you actually receive. At first, when I was just doing this, when I just got started on Whatnot, I was buying a lot of stuff, coming to find out that it wasn't in demand and it wasn't going to sell for the price that I paid for it. So I started losing money off the stuff that I was buying. Like, say for instance, I'd buy a Nike t-shirt for $5. Come to find out, Nike t-shirts aren't in demand on Whatnot unless they're vintage. So I would have to sell them at like $2 or $3 to get the ball to rolling on the sales. I realized that's not the smart thing to do, right? So what I've started doing is just not buying those items. I don't buy Under Armour leggings, or, there's very few Under Armour items I'm going to be buying, right? I'm not buying Champion. I'm not buying Adidas. Adidas does not sell at all on Whatnot. At least I can't sell it on Whatnot, but I can sell it on eBay all day. So certain things just won't be getting bought. Certain things will only be going on eBay from here on out. Certain things will only be going on Whatnot. And I just feel like that's the best way to succeed nowadays. If you're going to be doing both of the platforms like me, because I'm not stopping Whatnot. Whatnot's fast. It's easy. I don't have to list things. I hold them up and they sell. That's the name of the game. That's awesome, right? But for the things that don't sell, I'm still doing like 10 to 15, 20 a day on eBay. Just depends on how I feel. I'm taking about 20 sets of photos a day. And then if I get the time to get them all listed, they all get listed. If I don't, I'll at least list 10 a day. Yesterday, I listed 11. And one of those items sold yesterday, which was this soccer jersey. Barcelona Football Club. It says Carroll on the back, number 1 and Carroll. I don't know if that's even an authentic player. Like, this might be someone's jersey that they made. I listed it for $40. Somebody sent me a $30 offer, probably about 30 minutes after listing it, and I accepted it, right? Because I would have sold it on Whatnot for $10, possibly lower than that. So I didn't want to hang on to it. Now, let me show you guys this last item. That was the best item of the day, which is this sweater right here. It's a vintage St. Louis Eagles hockey sweater. This team only existed for 1934 to 1935 season. And then I don't know what happened to them after that, but they don't exist anymore. And so I got this sweater on Whatnot. I bought it on Whatnot for like 25 or $30. I can't really remember. It was a while ago. And it has these spots all over it. And on the back side, there's a big spot and some spots on the sleeve, right? So at first I was really mad because the person I bought it from sold me a fake NASCAR jacket, and they sold me all these other items that had stains and issues on it. So I was upset at first, but then I was like, you know what? I've sold items with stains on eBay before. Let me put it on eBay. So I took it to the cleaners and asked, hey, can you get these stains out? They said, no, not without you signing a liability waiver saying that if we mess it up, that you don't hold us responsible. So I was like, I'm gonna just put it on eBay. Forget all that. I'm gonna put it on eBay. I'm gonna sell it as is. I put it on eBay for $150. Someone made me an offer the next morning of 85. I countered back with 125 and they countered with 105. I'm like, okay, this is a quick sell. I'll take my money and flip it back into more inventory. And I checked the guy's store. He's a hockey fanatic. He sells nothing but hockey stuff. He sells a lot of hockey cards. I didn't see any jerseys on there, but I still think that the guy bought this out of passion. So I'm gonna let him have it. You know what I mean? $105 sell in less than 8 hours. You know, I listed it. I went to bed. I woke up the next morning and it sold. Boom. That's the type of flips I love. So that's my strategy moving forward on eBay. Putting nothing but quality items that I know are going to sell on there. Why wait around for a Nike t-shirt to sell if it's not going to sell? I'll just stop picking them up. You know, moving forward, there's no need to be wasting my time with inventory that ain't great. I suggest you guys do the same. Don't buy stuff just because it's cheap, thinking that it's going to be okay on eBay. It's not. It's just going to sit there. So only buy good items. That's the only way to succeed on eBay, is only putting good items in your store. People aren't going to come buy crap from you. It's just not going to happen. And if they do, it's going to take a year or two for it to move. So hopefully this video was kind of sort of informal. Like I said, there is no secret sauce to succeeding on eBay, guys. It's literally buy as many great items as you can and put them on eBay. So, hey, if you guys want to sell some inventory to me, hit me up, guys. Book a call. Let's see how we can work together. I really want to do business with you guys. Put some extra money in your pocket or put a lot of money in your pocket. Just depends on how many items you want to send me. There is no cap. So you guys want to send 1,000? I'll buy 1,000. Let's go ahead and do this, guys. That's going to do it for this one. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, let's make this cash, guys. Peace.